Welcome back everyone. It has been a while. We are at the fourth part of Pokemon Platinum Let's Play Retrospective. It has been a while since we played this game, obviously. We got our rematch with Fantina. This game is quite difficult. Maybe I just didn't get the correct start. Obviously, I don't know why, but the older I get, the harder these games kind of feel. Or maybe I don't remember, how did I even beat this game? It's really a chore. And maybe it's just because I'm tired of replaying Gen 4 a lot. And I played a lot of Diamond lately, just to get certain items. Now I don't need that anymore, because a friend let me his action replay and I just cloned and got a lot of certain items I need, so I can make a pretty good competitive team. And I have plenty of Master Balls to catch even more Arceus. I don't know how it will be, because now I have the Azure Flute to catch Arceus normally, that in the real Diamond game. But we will see about that. For now I'm just using it as a hub to transfer certain items or teach moves. Okay, we got the... oh no. This confusion might ruin this rematch. What we want is hit. And we won. Okay. Nice. I'm glad we didn't have to try too many times to defeat her. We got everything we needed. And we got Shadow Claw. And normally we would probably talk about some competitive Pokemon. I don't know if I talked about Misdreavus. Misdreavus obviously is... and Mismagius is Misdreavus' new evolution. Competitively it's fine. Levitate, Ghost type, we have already plenty of those. Because of the new Eevee system, instead of stat and experience system, Misdreavus really suffered with its lower stats, and some of its moves got given to other Pokemon. So it's not unique in a way that make it even useful in NU. So in NU it's still useful, but it's not a good Pokemon to stand on its own, so Game Freak gave it a new evolution. With special Ghost type moves finally on its disposal. Did we heal? Yeah, we did. Oh yeah, I also picked up an Eevee off screen, and ToguPi hatched, which we named ToguPi because it's funny, and we named Eevee Napoleon. What I modest. We can evolve it into something nice, I think. Also Kadabra from Hillary evolved in... Abra evolved into Kadabra. We probably won't use it much, but for now it's fine. I should give some stat experience to Kamikaze, but we will take care of that after oh, who cares, we still need a lot of friendship to evolve Bedew, and also it doesn't have a nickname yet. And perhaps I think we just catch a new Bedew. I don't know, normally we get a match against our rival here, but I guess Platinum doesn't do that. We can move. Okay, we do get a rematch against him. Now we took down all these annoying ghost types. I think we can take down his team. Or DBS sucks, sends out Staravia. And because we are special attackers, it doesn't affect us too much getting intimidated here. That's a solid 2-hit KO. Unfortunate, it goes for double team. I think we just talk about some of the Pokemon again, if we need to. Obviously, Staravia is amazing for in-game runs. And just switch to Bedew. Staraptor is insane. You have powerful normal type moves, you have powerful Intimidate, which lowers the attack of your opponents. So getting killed is pretty difficult. What do you have? What else do you have? You have Brave Bird, one of the best flying type moves offensively. It can learn stab return, you can teach it U-turn to pivot. And obviously close combat. It's like, it's the best early route bird for in-game runs. I don't think any Pokemon has surpassed it in that role. Staraptor is pretty much a must use. I don't know if it's for you. I could check it out if perhaps. Let's sacrifice ToguPi here. Small DP Staravia. Yeah, competitively we need to take a closer look. Let me just switch to an appropriate target first. From this range, a Mach Punch should finish it off. Yeah, it's banned from UU, so it's not officially OU, but it has a choice band, a choice scarf set, life orb set with roost, sharp beak set with substitute. It already has 4 sets for OU. I think it can also do some Endeavor shenanigans, but you don't want to use Staraptor, an offensive powerhouse, for Endeavor. And Ponyta is still awful, but at least it has physical fire type moves. In this game you can teach it Flame Wheel per level up, so it's not the worst choice for your team. Competitively, obviously Flare Blitz is now a thing. Roselia obviously can now evolve into Roserade. And it's also a special attacking powerhouse. With Leaf Storm, which is you have to breed for. It can learn Psychic, Shadow Ball, Sleep Powell. For some reason it has Grass Whistle, but why would you it's a signature move, why would you have a signature move that's worse than Sleep Powder? I don't get Game Freak. And it can finally use Sludge Bomb, but why would you teach it Sludge Bomb? Toxic Spikes and Spikes are also options. So Roserade is amazing. And soon our best fire Pokemon in this game, or the best fire starter up to this point is in our disposal and soon will evolve. I have to say Monferno is NU, by the way, and it's not even fully evolved because it has firefighting step and firefighting is great. It has enough speed and attack to hit the benchmark of 80 in both. And the Monferno line has such a versatile move pool, it's insane. Bouncy is the evolution for Sudowoodo, but Sudowoodo sucks. It's a rock type, slow, defensive, rock type, only physically defensive, it doesn't even have good HP. Yeah, Pichu line, you know. Light Ball got buffed, so Pikachu's attack and special attacks get raised. Basically doubled. And Volt Tackle has become a physical electric type move. So do what you want with Raichu. Raichu now can, if you breed Pichu, you just try to navigate from here. You don't want rolls. Let's escape here. And if you breed it as a Pichu, you can teach it Nasty Plot now. So you can boost its attack by +2, which is great for special attack in Pikachu sets for Raichu. The problem is, I think Surf and Nasty Plot isn't compatible, but it's difficult to get the optimal Pikachu set, I guess, and get a good route. We don't actually need that, but why not? Maybe we can. It comes in handy. Why are you telling me that? I clicked no. Let's grab some berries. Also, Raichu learns Focus Blast and Grass Knot, which are pretty useful. And Focus Blast, Grass Knot. I don't know what if it got any other new moves. Physically speaking, I don't think there's much to offer. Oh, Mr. Mime got the ability Filter this generation, so if you get a Mime Junior, maybe you consider running Mr. Mime, because it kinda resists some of the moves. Let's do it like this. But I think if you run Mr. Mime, it's more for bottom pass strategies. It still doesn't have its fairy type this generation. I think it's NU. There are way too many psychic type this generation, so I don't know if you want to use it. In game it's probably fine, depends. We have to see if we find any Mime Junior or something. But we have Kadabra, and I think Kadabra generally is just better. Because it has better special attack and speed. We don't even need Alakazam. There's a Pikachu trainer. Oh, is this a double battle? Oh, it doesn't look like it. I think this is because it will soft lock here. That's why we won't get into a double battle. Another Mime. Okay. Guess she has a bunch of baby Pokemon. She's a breeder after all. Oh, Eevee. We can't talk about all evolutions if perhaps, but maybe we prefer. You know what? I will talk about Eevees after we encounter every evolution of it. In game, we probably won't get Glaceon because it's pretty much near post game, and it's an ice type, so it's pretty bad, and it's a slow ice type with limited move pool. Leafeon, we already have a grass type. Same with Flareon, we already have a fire type. So our options probably is Jolteon, which we already used, or Vaporeon. Or did we use? I think we didn't use Jolteon, we just evolved into Jolteon. Let's go for a return. Soon is the turn where we can heal our Pokemon again. Do we have strength already? I think we do. No, we need to pick up strength. But it's in this ghost tower. Do we meet? It's our rival again. You're not gonna fight us again, will you? Okay, he gives us the tips that there's a hidden machine. Will he give us? Okay, he just says about something about eggs, but he won't give us any egg. So let's deposit some stuff. ToguPi we don't need, and Kazza, for now we keep him. We already need to fight every trainer to fill the Pokédex. Cemetery, I think, or ruin, depends what you want to call it. This is an item that's able to pass him. Let's see what he has. And Trainer Oliver. It's Monferno or Burmy. Burmy is such a garbage Pokemon. To get this thing you have to have a male one, and you can only get these on honey trees, and honey trees suck. And what do you get? You pretty much get Butterfree with good mixed offense, which both are 90 I think, and it has just average speed. It's a decent choice specs user, I think, in NU. U-turn, Bug Buzz, Air Slash, maybe you teach it Giga Drain or Shadow Ball, but otherwise you don't want to use it. Barboach evolves into Wishcash. Wishcash has garbage stats offensively, but this generation it finally learns Dragon Dance. And Ground, Water type. Chatot, it has okay stats, but it's normal flying. This thing has Chatter, which has a pretty garbage mechanic in this game. It's not even an offensive move, so you don't want to use it. It just confuses you the louder you scream into your mic. So you pre-record your voice, and that's how it works. And some people use it to say insults, and that's why it was banned. and competitively it's not really good, but Heat Wave, it has good special attack and good enough speed so you can use there's no boom burst in this generation, so it's not a big deal. It has a weaker Hyper Voice. With Hyper Voice, U-turn, Heat Wave, Nasty Plot, you get a decent enough set for this thing. And choice bags, choice Scarf or a Life Orb user if you want to use the Nasty Plot set. It's just... I don't like Mist. It's Fog is the worst weather condition, and yeah, it's a gamble if you hit or not. This is why I don't like visiting these areas, and why I always trade over a strength Pokemon into Diamond and Pearl. Oh, there's Pikachu. We already talked about Pikachu. It's not good despite the massive buff it got with Light Ball. Another right Pichu. And there's a Nasty Plot plus 2 attack. Basically doubled right now. But Pichu is still cute. Let's see what she has. Bonsley, and there's a Pokeball animation. It's so slow, these games. This is why I don't like Gen 4. And pretty much the reason I didn't want to play this. Sudowoodo, what can I say? What hasn't been said? It finally learns Foot Hammer, I think? I'm not so sure. But Stealth Rock is good, Explosion still, in this generation, it's a TM, so you can teach it to Bonsley. Or Sudowoodo. Bonsley evolves into Sudowoodo by having Mimicry in its moveset while leveling up. Obviously Stealth Rock is also a boost, and Explosion halves the stats of your opponents before applying damage. Or double Ponyta. Does Ponyta get anything else besides Flare Blitz? Probably. A Hypnosis, Morning Sun. Oh, I can't think of anything else. Oh, Mega Horn. What are you hitting with Mega Horn? Classic. Actually, I could just look it up. Rapid Dash. Jolly. Oh, Will-O-Wisp. Some people use Will-O-Wisp. Oh, Mix Attack, cause that is apparently recommended by Smogon for this generation, which is interesting. Hidden Power Grass, Fire Blast, Mega Horn, Hypnosis or Will-O-Wisp. Choice Band set has Baton Pass or Iron Tail. Double Edge, Mega Horn and Flare Blitz. Oh, Agility Pass is also a recommended set. I thought Baton Pass has been banned in Gen 4 too, but guess not. Which is like pretty great to not see certain moves getting banned, because I think there's some competitive value in such moves. Or maybe the set is just outdated, because Smogon hasn't been updating some generations. Like, there are still insanely outdated Gen 3 sets. Gen 3 doesn't get much love by Smogon, and in terms of analysis, it's a pretty balanced and fun competitive metagame. Gen 4 gets a lot more love, but some Pokemon just don't get the attention you would expect them to get. So Rapidash, it's fine I guess. Who's that? I don't think I need to talk much about Ghastly line. Like, they are competitively viable every generation. Even Ghastly itself has seen PU usage, because Ghastly has 100 base special attack, which is insanely high for a non-fully evolved Pokemon. And obviously 80 base speed is also insane. It's not Kadabra, even Abra is faster, but 80 speed is still pretty fast. I think we just talk about Gengar for this. We talked about Misdreavus already. Mukrow also got an evolution this generation, which is Honchkrow, which got a it lost a bit of speed, but it got massive boost in all its other stats, including special attack. It's mainly a physical attacker. Brave Bird, Sucker Punch, which is a Priority Dark type move. Taunt, obviously. A Night Slash. Does Honchkrow learn U-turn? I don't think so. Oh. Oh, superpower. It can learn freaking superpower. It's insane. Superpower is something you might use. Payback if you want, I guess. I don't know why you would use payback, because the defenses of Honchkrow is pretty low, despite it being an evolved Pokemon. Can we hit these things? Okay, we got a hit on Mukrow. Especially from the special side, Honchkrow has a base 125 physical attack, which is insane. Then it also has 105 special attack, which is pretty high. And it can learn Dark Pulse, Nasty Plot and Heat Wave. You can slap Roost on it to pretty much have a life orb attacker if you want. The possibilities, like having such a Smogon recommends a mixed attacker with Superpower, Heat Wave, Sucker Punch and Brave Bird. You can go special, you can go physical, you can go mixed. That's insane. We wanted to talk about Gengar, I think. Well, shortly to Mukrow. Mukrow also has a niche in OU apparently. In UU apparently. It is less bulky, but it's faster, and 85 attack in both attack is still pretty good. And high base power attacks with Brave Bird and Heat Wave, you are really hitting hard. You can just slap Sucker Punch as means for priority as well. So there's that, I guess. Can we just paralyze it? Gengar has way too many sets, I have to say. So you have the standard offensive set with pretty much just special moves. Shadow Ball, Focus Blast, Thunderbolt, Hidden Power Fire, or Taunt, whatever. Destiny Bond. You can just slap Explosion because Explosion has high base power and has defense, so you can break through certain walls. And you also have weird substitute pain split sets. You have Will-O-Wisp, you can slap Will-O-Wisp on it, Taunt Will-O-Wisp. The Disable set is apparently not listed here. It also sees plain Ubers with its trick, Hidden Power Ice set. Some people just, if you want to use Hidden Power Fire and still want to have an ice move, you can teach it Icy Wind too. Gengar is really flexible. It has less sets than I anticipated because Jeffro is maybe the gen where everything gets coverage and has a billion sets if it's any decent. I think Smogon cut down on some of the sets. Like, I remember Hunchcrow had far more sets to list, but I think they limit the amount of standard movesets for people to get into the meta. Nice Kamikaze. Got quite a lot of levels this one. Have anything we can give our Pokemon? Doesn't seem like it. What moves do we have? Doesn't look really promising yet. Okay, you're supposed to get strength here. You could actually still go and check out Counter with UU this generation, but it has a substitute 3 attack set with Sludge Bomb or Hypnosis. Shadow Ball, Hidden Power Ground apparently is popular, but you can slap Thunderbolt too. And obviously you have Explosion. A substitute Pain Split set. I guess that's pretty much it. But if that thing is you use, then is Ghastly. No, there's no viable Ghastly set for this generation, but I think the Mischievous line pretty much covers the Ghastly line here. I think Mischievous is already good enough. Okay, how? Here we should... Wait a sec. get strength? Or do I have to go from the opposite direction? Oh great, it's Golbat. Okay, let's talk about Crobat. Golbat. And escape here. For my Crobat got a decent buff here. Why is that? Where is strength? Okay, if we can't find strength here, I guess we can just leave, and one other time we can find it. Or maybe the place has been switched. I thought we picked this up. Overstone. Oh great, we can evolve our Happiny into a Chansey. Oh man. Another Ghastly, who would have thought? Do you have anything to say? No? Okay. Oh, maybe we can cut this. Yeah, we can. And what do we get? Oh, Steel Wing. I think we might teach this to someone, you know. So, we're talking about Crobat. It has just one set listed, but I think you can do quite a lot more. I'm thinking about the Choice Band set. It's insanely fast, it has good enough bulk and attack. You can go for U-turn, Brave Bird, Roost, Taunt. You can teach it Super Fang apparently. Forget teaching it in... Oh, we finally got a close combo. Teaching it Poison type moves because Poison types suck this generation. And I think now we can talk about Infernape. Infernape, because we are getting it now, is the best fire start obviously. Firefighting. Stats are insane. 104 in both and 108 speed. I think nothing in-game can outspeed you. Some of the most popular sets are the mixed sets because you can wall break pretty much anything. Get just say the same thing about Infernape is not its stats alone, because as okay, it has the best offensive typing. Oh, we got Kazza. And obviously we're gonna immediately use it. Okay, let's use it on Napoleon. Fun. It also has high base power. It can learn bulk up, it can learn Sword Dance, so the physical attacking set is already covered. You have Mach Punch for priority for the physical set. You have 120 base power, 2 stat moves with that power. One which we just got per level up is... yes, this one. Close Combat. You have 5 times 100 accurate fighting type move, and the downside is that your defense stats get lowered by 1. Well, if you kill your opponent, it doesn't matter how low your defense is, because you're not dying. Unless you equip it with Life Orb, which you'll probably do. It can learn U-turn, which is a nice pivot move, but we want to talk about its stabs, right? Infernape learns Flare Blitz, which is a 120 base power physical fire type move with 100 accuracy. And it's basically double edge, but fire type. Why does it have such good moves? And this is just the physical side. Earthquake, 100 base power rock type move. Or you want to teach it more coverage, Thunder Punch, goodbye grass type water type Pokemon. You don't want to teach it Aerial Ace, but I guess it can learn Aerial Ace. Let me pick up these Asperberries. No, It can learn Thunder Punch, we already said that. Earthquake, we already did. Stone Edge, if you want to hit flying type Pokemon really hard. Mach Punch for priority, we already mentioned, I think. Fire Punch if you don't like the recoil. And let me think for a moment. Double Kick, but why would you teach it Double Kick? Why would you teach it Great Break or Focus Punch? It's already covered. Low Kick if you want to use it in Ubers for whatever reason. A Shadow Claw for Ghost types, but your Fire type moves hit already really hard. Let's talk about some support moves before we move on. You don't want to teach it in Sunny Day, I think, but maybe there's a reason you want to. Slack Off to heal off. You can teach it Taunt, you can teach it Fake Out, which is a physical move, and an early Destructor and Focus Sash Breaker. You can teach it Stealth Rock, freaking Stealth Rock Infernape. And it actually saw play. Anchor, to lock in someone in a move. Most certain Inferno sets run Focus Sash, so it's no surprise you can slap just an Anchor on Endeavor on it, and then nearly put them in KO range for any of your other allies. Gunk Shot is awful, you don't want that. I guess now we can go for the... oh, it can learn Rock Slide, but why would you do that? It can learn Sleep Talk, which is whatever. Toxic Torment. A Will-O-Wisp. Yeah, that's the support set. Now the special attacking set. Infernape learns, being a fire type, obviously learns Fire Blast. Being a fighting type, it learns Focus Blast. So you can blast your opponents really hard. And because Infernape also learns Calm Mind or Nasty Plot, yeah, you can boost those attacking stats too. And Grass Knot, it can also learn Grass Knot. Overheat. What else do you need? Hidden Power. You probably want to use Hidden Power because the coverage and the physical special side is lower, but it also has priority in the special sides, which is Vacuum Wave. This thing just has way too many moves. It has way too many moves. Infernape is insane. And why did we try to kill this Geodude? Why is there a wild Geodude in the grass? Now these twins. take Pikachu and Clefairy. We already talked about Pikachu and evolution. Raichu, now let's talk about Clefairy line, which evolves into Clefable. Clefable this generation is still a normal type, but it got the ability, what is it called? Magic Bounce. So it's immune to passive damage, Sandstorm, Toxic, Flames, and Fire, Leech Seed. So it's a good status absorber. It has an insane move pool, obviously. Stealth Rock, Ice, build Bolt Beam coverage, Fire Blast, Calm Mindset, and a Surprise. And because this is Gen 4, so it has more to offer, I think. And the Wish Pass set is pretty popular, but in this generation Wish only heals half of the recipient's health, not half of the user's health. Oh, it's not as good this generation. So let's see. Clefable. Oh, Relicanth. Let's go for Ember. We'll talk about Relicanth later. Obviously it can also learn Anchor, Thunder Wave, Seismic Toss, but you have to transfer it, I think. Heal Bell, Toxic. Apparently the a Quiet Wall Breaker set is popular, which has mixed out both attacking stats with Double-Edged Fire Blast, Grass Knot and Softball. But most people probably want to use defensive sets. Oh, a dual screen set with Reflect, Light Screen, Wish, Softball or Anchor and Seismic Toss is apparently a thing. Or they even recommend for Clefable a Fear set, where you use a level 2 Clefable, because you need to Hardy Nature, Max Speed, and that will protect Anchor and Toxic or Thunder Wave. And it even has a set in OU and Ubers. The Clefable this generation, despite not having Fairy type, is still pretty good. So I think it's okay to recommend it. Oh, another breeder. And she has a Magby. So Magma got a new evolution, which is Magmortar. The thing about Magmortar is it's slower than Magma, but has higher offense and bulk. 125 special attack, which is pretty nice. And it can learn Thunderbolt, which is interesting. You can give it Life Orb, Expert Belt, Fire Blast, Focus Blast, Thunderbolt and Hidden Power Grass, or you can just slap a Solar Beam and use it under the sun. Or you can use a mixed set, I think, because it has respectable attacking stat. I have seen people use Earthquake on it. And I think Earthquake set is not particularly recommended. Or is it? There's a set for for UU with a Cross Chop, which it also can learn. It's a fighting type with 80 accuracy, I think. And what it does is does 100 base power fighting type damage. And apparently a Sub Punch set is also recommended with Lava Plume, I did not even know that Magmortar can learn that move, to be honest. Bronzor. Well, we will see a lot of Bronzor. I hate Bronzor in-game. It's useless, but it's also annoying to kill. And all your opponents have that thing. It's still Psychic type. Sheldon might be the worst Pokemon. One of the, a candidate for the worst Pokemon of Steel Rock type. And it's already dead. It's a fossil Pokemon, so it makes sense it died because it has awful typing. Cannot challenge him. This guy is gonna give us payback, I think. Yeah. I think we just challenged this guy. I don't know what item this was. It was either... It's one of Arceus plates in Diamond Pearls, that's what I remember. It's either fighting or dark. If it's fighting, it's good for us. If it's not, then kinda screwed. My choke line got a really good treatment this generation. I think we can talk about this, because the fights are ending quicker than I can talk. Or maybe we will talk later. Let's see what his next Pokemon is. Maybe depending on what he has. And we will talk about that. Oh, another Machoke. Okay, we can talk about Machamp. A trade evolution, obviously. This generation it got close combat, but you don't want to use close combat. You want to use the less accurate dynamic punch, which has 50% answer time, but it has 100% confusion chance. Why? Because it has no, besides guts, you can have the ability no guards, which guarantees that both Pokemon, all moves hit 100%, so you can hit your opponent 100% for 100 damage and confuse them. It also gets Bullet Punch now, and Stone Edge, which will hit 100% of the time. All elemental punches, fire, ice, and it's Fast Blade, which is good. And Fire Electron, Thunder, and Ice Punch are all physical now, which use the best stat of Machamp. Also, you can just use a book upset to make it even stronger. Let me check. No. Champ. And they also recommend a substitute set on Smogon. Just interesting. I don't think... yeah, it has parity in Bullet Punch. The interesting thing, some sets they recommend to max out speed, or Krogon, or God. I don't like this thing. We will talk about it when we see its evolution. So Machamp, this might be the best generation of Machamp. Because of Nougat and what is it called? No Team Preview, making it kinda hard and forcing players to use dedicated leads, and there are a lot of sets from Machamp that can take on dedicated leads. So there's Kadabra, and I don't know if I talked about Kadabra itself. They got nerfed in a sense that the elemental punches are now physical, but it still gets a decent amount of moves. But Kadabra, this may be a weaker generation for Kadabra. Might be the weakest. Because it doesn't have Magic Guard. And you can have the trick set that's a little bit more effective because it can now use its choice specs to take advantage of the choice item it has. And if it doesn't need it, it can just give it to something else. It got grass coverage in Energy Ball and fighting coverage in Focus Blast, which probably won't ever hit. For Meryl, this generation is fantastic. Or maybe not fantastic, it's okay. Because it can now use its physical water type moves, and because it has huge power, its attacks that with IVs and EVs included get doubled, which makes it insanely potent. Azumarill also gets parity in Aqua Jet, but in this generation it's not compatible with Belly Drum, so you can cheese your way out. And it doesn't have fairy type move yet. Okay, Fire got half, but maybe you can take it on. Yes, you can. So that's enough for Kadabra line, I think. We can just close combat here, I think. The problem for Kadabra and Alakazam is that there are way too many fast, frail psychic types this generation, and it has a lot of competition. A Meditite line also got buffed indirectly by the special and physical split. So it got all the elemental punches, but it didn't get close combat, so it's not that good, but pure power boosting its attacks is still insane. And it has Fake Out, which is really useful this generation. Probably the best. Fake Out is probably the best in singles in this generation. Get this. TP up. Nice. Lickitung got buffed this generation as well. It got an evolution to Licky. Gets decent boost in all its stats, I think, except speed. It has okay special attack, I think, so you can use a trick room set with decent success. One should be Shockwave. Yes, it is. Okay, this is a double battle. Wish me luck. I just forgot what I was talking about. Short-term memories. Be damned. Yeah, Licky. Obviously you want to use Return, but it's because it's a normal type and it can learn Explosion, it's the best Explosion we use in the game. So most of the time you want to do that. And the Wish said, if you're not playing cartridge, you are not. If you're playing on cartridge, you are not gonna use the Wish set because it's event exclusive. Let me just handle this like this. Oh, it has sets. So one set Smogon recommends. There's a lot of Licky sets this generation. I think this is the best generation for Licky. Because usually you see like 2 sets, but this generation it has NU sets and UU sets. One set is the Wish Protect set, which you're probably not gonna use. And the next is a Sword Dance set with Return, Aqua Tail or Power Whip, and Explosion or Substitute or Heal Bell. Then there's a Choice Bet set with Return, Power Whip, Ice Punch and Explosion. If we move to UU set recommendations, we obviously get the Defensive Support set with Wish, with Return, Toxic or Knock Off, Wish or Heal Bell, or Protect or Power Whip. It's a Sword Dance set of wait, let me just finish this turn. The Sword Dance set has Return, Power Whip or Aqua Tail and Explosion. The Mix set, which is interesting, has Fire Blast, Power Whip, Earthquake or Rock Slide, and Return or Explosion. And then the Choice Band set, obviously Return, Aqua Tail, Power Whip, and the last slot is for Fire Punch or Explosion. And there's a Curse set, which has Curse, Return, Aqua Tail, Rest or Wish. It's a lot of sets just for one Pokemon that normally you probably don't see. And Gligar is already a pretty good Pokemon by UU standards. But it has a Substitute Roost, Taunt, Toxic / Earthquake set. There's a Wall set, the physically defensive wall with Taunt, Roost, Earthquake or Aerialize, or you can slap Toxic on it. It has a Baton Pass set, which is also pretty good. With Baton Pass, Sword Dance or Earthquake, Agility or Taunt. Sword Dance set with Earthquake, Stone Edge, Access or Roost. But the main appeal is that Gligar can now evolve into Gliscor. And Gliscor has all the same moves and more. And you can imagine it has similar sets. You have the Stall Breaker, Taunt, Earthquake, Roost set, with the last slot being Ice Fang, Knock Off or Wing Attack. And the Sword Dance set with Earthquake, Ice Fang, and the last slot with Roost, Thunder Fang or Taunt. And there's even recommendation to run Sky Attack with Power Herb for some reason. How do we teach it? Yeah, we really need Aerialize because we just doubled the PP of our moves right now, and also we will go into an area where there's a lot of fog. Just need to hit this hard, really hard. Another set is the Uber set, especially defensive Taunt, Substitute or / Substitute, Toxic, Earthquake and Boost. Driftblim, why is this thing here? Driftblim is an interesting Pokemon, I think, because Ghost Flying is insane. I think this is not the best generation. It probably is, I think. And Driftblim. Oh, it's not Driftblim, it's Driftblim. It has a calm mindset. I think about Driftblim is it has really good offensive and insane HP. Burden, once it consumes its item, its speed doubles, but it also has the aftermath ability if you don't want to use your items. What do we have here? Star piece. Let's finish the sort on Driftblim while we are at it, and we can buy Fire Blast, I think. And we should, I think. Was Fire Blast below? Yes, it is. Do we want to focus blasts? Not for now. And the thing about Driftblim you probably want to use, it has so many moves it can learn. But it still feels kinda limited because it's outclassed by other special ghost types. Shadow Ball is probably what you want to use. Thunderbolt is an option. But what does Smoker recommend? They substitute Calm Mindset with Unburden and a berry to activate Unburden. A Shadow Ball and Hidden Power Fighting for the fighting ghost coverage. The rest Calm Mindset which has Chesto Berry to activate Unburden. And with Shadow Ball and Hidden Power Fighting, you have the Hindenburg set, which has choice Focus Sash with Unburden and Melt Nature for some reason. Has a weird distribution in its stats, with Hypnosis, Explosion, Hidden Power Fighting and Shadow Ball. The Trick set, which is a mixed set with Shadow Ball, Thunderbolt and Explosion. OU has also a Resto Chesto set, which activates Unburden with Calm Mind, Hidden Power, Fighting or Thunderbolt or Baton Pass slashed with Shadow Ball. And there's a separate Baton Pass set with max speed, max special defense for some reason. And has substitute Calm Mind, Stockpile and Shadow Ball. And another Pinch Berry. So, if you want to use Driftblim, you probably want to use the Pinch Berry sets. If not, there's also the Wetter Setter set. Recommended is the Rain Dance set with Dump Rock, which sets up the rain, has Shadow Ball, and you have either Weather Ball to do some water type damage or Thunder for the 100 accurate hit, an explosion. Choice Scarf, Choice Specs with Trick, Hidden Power Fighting, Shadow Ball, and the last slot is either Thunderbolt or Baton Pass. So many sets for Driftblim. Let's heal up. It's insane. Obviously, this is just Gen. This is just Gen 4. So it's apparent that some Pokemon have insane amount of moves. With this, I think we can end the episode. Just get on the bike. We could train a little. Do we have any items here? Yeah, there's one. The rare candy. I think we need to grind a lot this time. We will see a lot of the things that the game has to offer. Let's beat this trainer, and I think with this we call the day. So the psychic trainer has clinching, which allows to What is it called? I only know the German name first. Cling. Not Cling. Maybe we see its evolution. Eventually we will see it. Curlia has two evolutions this generation. Obviously Gardevoir lost Ice Punch as coverage, I think. It did an Ice Punch, but it can still learn Ice Element, so it's not a big loss. With Thunderbolt and Icy Wind, Psychic, it has good enough special coverage. Shadow Ball, so you can run a Calm Mindset with Gardevoir, I think. And this generation, obviously you have Destiny Bond. The support was like Destiny Bond and Will-O-Wisp and Hypnosis. So Gardevoir is not missing out on anything this generation. So thanks for joining. I might train here and beat up these trainers, but to make the experience a little bit better. But otherwise I think this is plenty for the first long time episode we haven't talked to each other about this game and this generation. I hope I get to remember some of my old experiences to share with you guys, because so far I'm just sharing with some competitive aspects. Generation 4 was really experimental and people really liked taking advantage of the massive coverage the Pokemon had, because in this generation you don't need to worry too much about some Pokemon outclassing you in a certain role, because they don't know your team composition and you can catch people off guard more easily. But certain tricks won't work anymore, so the massive amount of sets in Smogon is slowly getting lesser and lesser, I think. Or it will be at some point. Thanks for watching, and we'll see each other next time. Goodbye.